coffee and things like that. So if you hear anybody saying, I'm just going over to check the stores, well, you know.
You can take the famous paper bag, and if you're very good, you can hop on those. And we've got lots of stuff to give away, including, in here, the top 10 singles, including Musical Youth, which is quite attractive. Exciting. Do you like that record? I think it's cool.
I think it's great. I think they're great too.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I think you've got so much enthusiasm. It's great. Tokyo Charm and Runaway, which you've heard before. Exciting, eh? And this, which has got rather attractive cover, the UB40 album. Can you see that cover there? It's rather nice, isn't it? Very fetching. You can also look at yourself in that as well. Have a little preen. All right, that's UB40. This, I don't know who that is. It looks startlingly like you. What? How I was going to say, this ring in your mouth. I couldn't quite work that out, Kate. What is it?
Oh, you need to look again if you think it's a ring.
I'll put it down there and I'll ask you about that in a second then. Jimi Hendrix album, you've got one of those, which is rather nice. Also something special coming up at the moment about Jimi Hendrix. More Jimi Hendrix, wonderful stuff here. Are you packing that right?
Yeah, oh, very carefully.
Otherwise you'll have Sherlock down here after you. And Kim Carnes' album as well. Well, they all fit in there, I hope they will. And also Kim Carnes' carrying case, which is rather nice. I don't think that'll fit in there, but it might go by the side of it. Let me have another look at this anyway. Well, seemingly it's you holding onto some bloke's ears with something in your mouth. It looks like a... Is it a key?
Yeah.
It's a key! Aha. Why?
Why? That's the question. Well, if you listen to the album, and especially to the song Houdini, then you'll know all about it.
Ah, I understand. It's to help you escape. Well, you can put that in there because whoever wins it will get that as well, which is rather nice. Do you have a local store you go to or not?
Yeah, I do for vegetables and things like that.
Do you always buy the same things? I find when I go down to the store, I always think, what shall I get? And I always end up getting exactly the same things every week.
Well, I try to get different things, but normally it's the same things.
Do you get out to shop much on Saturdays or not? You mainly stay in bed after working a lot?
Yeah, I try to sleep as much as I can normally.
Right.
Yeah.
As well as plying around the country and making records, obviously, I mean, these days with more and more videos, you're very into making videos. Do you find it easy? I mean, it's a completely different sort of medium, really, isn't it, making videos? Is it something you enjoy doing?
Yes, I love doing it. I think the great thing is that it's a very growing industry, so, you know, each time you make a video, there's probably new effects around and new techniques.
Are you able to throw in your own ideas, you know, or does the producer say, right, Kate, you know, you'll do this and you'll do this, or are you able to say, listen, I fancy doing this? Do you get quite a bit of freedom?
Yes, I do. I think because of the way I used to work, I always used to work with Keith McMillan, who was a fantastic director, because it's really the director in videos who keep the direction together.
Yeah.
And he was very great. He always used to let me get as involved as I wanted to, and I learned everything I know from him, really.
Who's your choreographer as well? Because, I mean, having seen lots of... I've got a whole video cassette of you at home. And the dancing is amazing. Does somebody do your choreography, or do you do that yourself?
Well, for the tour, I had a lot of help from a man called Anthony Van Last. But for a lot of the videos, most of the choreography is mine, yeah.
Because I know a lot of girls would like to dance like you. And they say, oh, I wish I could dance like Kate Bush does. I mean, all this sort of movement. Does that come from anywhere? Did you see anybody and say, that's how I'd like to dance? I mean, did you model your movements on a particular dancer or not?
I don't think I actually modelled the movements, but I've definitely been inspired by particular people. And when you see people that are really great, you want to be like them. But I think the thing about dance and music is it's very much an expression of you from within. So even if you learn to dance or sing, there's always that thing from you, which is really what it's about, I think.
There's hope for me yet.
Oh, definitely.
What about the singing style? That was derived from somebody, or was that just something that naturally came? Because it's very unique, your style.
I think that's something that grew over the years, because when I first started singing, I had a very untoneful voice. I mean, I could sing in tune, but there was no quality to my voice at all. And over the years, the more I kept singing, the more it started changing and growing.
I'm still at the untoneful stage, so you never know if I keep trying.
Yeah, you just keep trying.
Right, we're going to see your video in a second. Michael Biggs, who's 20 and lives at Evans Close, Brampton in Cambridgeshire, he says, I'd like to see Kate Bush, please. Well, your wish is granted, and your order is granted as well. Here's Kate Bush singing The Dreaming.
The symbolise keep alive the territorial war. Erase the race, the claim the place, and say we dig for ore, or dangle dangles in a bottle and a push 'em from a pull of the bush. you'll find them in the road. In the road. Come in with the golden light. In the morning. With no warning. We bring in the rigging. An Aborigines mistaken for a tree. You near him on the moon away, the tree began to breathe. Erase the race that claim the place and say we dig for all.
Was that a laser beam in there?
It was.
Amazing, that looked quite good.
It's all right,
Very
isn't it?
clever the way you... Do you actually see it when you're holding on to it?
Yes.
Or pretending to hold on to it?
Yes, that's right,
Well, that was very clever. Being extremely clever. I'm going to give you one of those little bugs.
Thank you.
Shall I stick it on there? Will
Yeah.
all the fur come off?
Thank you.
That's a little Saturday Superstore super bug. And a pen.
Thank you so much.
So you can write to us and say, thank you for having us and things like that. Do you ever get to watch Top of the Pops very much or not?
Not very much, no. No, I'm very busy at the moment. I haven't watched it for weeks.
Yeah.
So I
Great.
haven't...
Okay, well, I mean, great that you haven't watched it, but interesting because I'm going to show you a little bit of this last Thursday's in a second. Now, you know Dex's Midnight Runners?
Yeah.
And the great song Jackie Wilson said, which is about Jackie Wilson, the rock and roll singer, reap petite and higher and higher. Now, obviously somebody in the top of the Pops office, you know the big screen they have at the back?
Yeah.
Said, let's get a picture of Jackie Wilson, the guy they're singing about. And somebody must have misheard along the way, because if you watch closely, Dex's Midnight Runners on last Thursday's Top of the Pops, just watch this. Midnight Runners, that was in fact Jimi Hendrix. So don't write in and tell us, and I hope the producer of Top of the Pops doesn't come down here and strangle me on the spot. No points for spotting it was Jimi Hendrix, but more points in a second if you can spot Dex's Midnight Runners, which we'll bring to you in a second. But it really is quite funny because somebody very obviously got the whole thing mixed up. And you can, I mean, see if you can spot the mistake, all right?
I'll try.
It's not all that easy to spot, but here we go.
Okay.
With any luck, this shouldn't be Jimi Hendrix, it should be Dex's Midnight Runners. First time Jocky's ever been on Top of the Pops. That was one. Did you spot him?
Crazy, isn't it?
That was
Crazy.
great. I love that. Oh, that was smashing. Oh, I'm going to take it home and watch it again. Right, you might have just now watched the clip of Jimi Hendrix. Also on the wall down here, you can see that we have a picture of Jimi Hendrix, which we're giving away in this week's Pop package. It's part of a limited edition of 100, and this, in fact, is number 1 of 100. Very rare, and also a very nice framed picture of Jimi Hendrix. Very, very good stuff there. And to that end, now you will be able to see Jimi Hendrix, because Claire Holmes, who's 14, from East 12 in London, said, please, could I see, but not before time, Jimi Hendrix. My biscuit. Jimi Hendrix only had one record which reached number 1 in the charts, okay? Do you know which one it was? One record that reached number 1 in the charts. Answers on a postcard to us here at Superstore. That's Saturday Superstore, BBC Television, London W12 8QT. And good luck with that. Right, Kate, thank you very much. Do you like the view? Actually, John's finished painting it now. It's
Oh, it's much
a little
better.
nicer. Think it's
Much
attractive?
better,
I'm not
yeah.
sure about the lips on the side of the bust,
Oh,
but
no, they're really good too.
I think that's nice. Okay, listen, do you mind staying here and looking after the phones?
No, I'll
because
keep
I want to
after
go and do something, all right? Just check. Don't steal my biscuits, will you?
Am I?
All right, and no dunking either. Otherwise
then.
you'll be spotted. Yes, thanks very much. See you a bit
Bye.
later. Look after things, won't you?
I will.
Right.
As long as you're not afraid.